Well, good morning and welcome back to CityLine. It is great to be back in the host seat. A quick thank you to Christy Miller-Gledhill for filling in during my absence. We have a great show ahead of us. Later on in the hour, we'll be speaking with Sound Transit. They're here to do an update, and two updates, one on the Hilltop Link update, but also the update that goes from I-5 up to the current Federal Sound Transit update. So you don't want to miss that, because this is your chance to get in on some of the first meetings where your feedback is really, really important. After that, we'll be talking with Tools for Success. They have a conference coming up. Noah and Heather are here to tell you all about that conference and what you need to know in order to make the most of the gift they're giving us. Celebrate Community Walk in My Shoes event. Donna is here and she will be talking about that breakfast and some of the benchmarks and goals as we look more in depth about poverty here in Pierce County. And then with me right now are two guests that I have thoroughly enjoyed from the moment they walked in the door. They have been such good sports. And they are here to talk about the T-town Expo that's coming up. So please join me in welcoming Assistant City Manager Tad Wille. Good morning, Mr. Tad.
Good morning.
All right, Cheryl, get a shot of the socks. Put your foot up, Tad. Come on. Okay, this wait, hold still. There we go. Yeah, these socks are amazing. They're a total deal breaker for you. Thank you for
Thanks,
being
my
here.
wife.
Thanks to your wife. She laid them out for you.
Yeah.
This fabulous woman next to you, Mr. Tad, Allyson Griffith. You are the manager of the Neighborhood Enhancement team for the City of Tacoma. Welcome, my dear.
Thank you.
It's good to have you both on the big old comfy couch. All right, Tad, let's talk about this. What is the T-town event all about?
Well, the T-town event is just a wonderful opportunity for community members to get together and see in a fun and interactive way all the city services that the city provides and the resources, and again, just an opportunity for families and adults and anyone in the community to come and, again, fun and interactively interact with members of our staff as well as the services that we provide.
I love that. And you get to give input.
Yeah, and yes, that is another big key aspect of it. This year is our budget year, and so we want to expand the number of individuals that provide input into our budgeting process and the priorities and where we should fund our resources and how. And this is a great opportunity for people to actually see the services that are provided, as well as, and then provide feedback and input on where our resources should go.
Wow, that is outstanding. I mean, to me, that is the definition of transparency. We have this expo, you get to come and see what we do, what we've done, and then what else would you like us to do? I mean, that is what typically we all are asking for, whether we're walking down the street going, I'm tired of construction, or we're going, why are there so many potholes? Or, wow, 411 really works. This is your chance, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, to give you input, but also to say thank you, Tacoma, for what you do.
Yeah.
Outstanding. So is this the first time the city has hosted this event, Tad? So
no, it is not. This is the second time. Our first time we did it in 2016, and we had about 2,000 residents that actually came.
Okay, so we're showing a video from last year.
Yeah.
You had 2,000 residents the first year.
year.
That's what I call out of the park.
So we're excited. We hope it's bigger and better this year.
And this is the dome that we're looking at. So is it, and of course it's being held this year in the dome as well. So Allyson, let's talk about first off where and we know where it is. Obviously it's still at the dome, but when?
Absolutely. So yes, we are still at the Dome. It'll be Saturday, March 24th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So.
Okay, all right. And then even though we're looking at the events that last year's attendees got to experience, let's talk about this year.
Sure, absolutely. We're bringing back some of the crowd favorites from last time.
Which were what?
We'll have the bucket trucks out front of the Dome.
I love those.
And folks can actually take a ride in the bucket truck, so that'll be super fun. Police and fire will be back with all of their large vehicles as well as solid waste with their garbage trucks. Kids love to get in garbage trucks. I don't know what that's all about.
I don't know what that is either.
But absolutely, they love it. Lots of interactive activities, as Tad talked about. So in addition to opportunities to give us feedback on budget, there will be opportunities for kids to actually test themselves against noise meters. So how loud are they? How loud can they get? So that'll be a great opportunity for folks to, you know, hey, you got a kid that likes to scream, bring them on down to the dome and we'll let them, we'll find out just how loud they are.
Now wait, I have to delve in more to this, a noise meter. So what do we use a noise meter for in the real world?
That's a great question. It's for when we get noise complaints. So folks that are experiencing something that's too loud in their neighborhood, we actually come out and measure that, and if it is a violation, we'll send them a notice. So we'll talk to kids all about that and kind of how that works. And again, they'll get to see, are they as loud as a lawnmower or as loud as a generator, or kind of what, you know, how loud can they get? So.
Oh, I would love to be, a mouse on the shoulder on this one, to have some kids say, but you should hear my mom when she yells.
Yeah, we don't want to start any wars at home.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I love that. And then let's talk about, there's also a chance to take part in some screen printing.
Absolutely. That's one of, again, that was a crowd favorite last year, and we'll be bringing that back as well, providing bags for folks as they come into the event, and then there's a local artist who will be screen printing that with a design. So yeah, that's one of the great options that will be available. Community Corner is definitely going to be a happening part of, of T-town.
It sounds like it. And let's talk about the pedal cars.
Oh, yeah, that's
because I'm always about go-karts and things like. I'm like, okay, where's the simulator?
Yeah, that's a brand new one for us this time around. So Public Works will actually be bringing a fully simulated street for folks to experience, either riding a bike, riding a pedal car, or actually we'll have some wheelchairs that they can navigate ADA crosswalks and ramps with. So again, just trying to show folks the various traffic calming devices that we have available that we may use on a street, and let them kind of experience what that feels like to actually navigate through that. So that's going to be, I'm going to be over there on bikes and, pedal cars. So
I mean, it gives you a whole different view of what those city services are. And there's also a section about inspection services. Tell me about that.
Yep, absolutely. Again, one of our favorites from last time. So we invite kids to come in and be an inspector for the day. They'll put on a hard hat and a vest, and we have a little house that we've built for them, and we'll go around and look at the various issues that we'll ask them to identify what exactly is wrong on the house, and then talk about why those things shouldn't be happening on the house. Oh my. Yeah, it's actually, that one's pretty fun, because, and the funny part is what actually they point out that we weren't planning on, right? So there were some comments about my paint job last year, and I don't know.
Well, and I can also just see the conversation. I mean, I always think in like SNL skits. I can just see, well, my dad, we have that hanging from our ceiling. And it's like, shh.
We did get a few of those.
A few violations there. Okay, so Tad, in addition to all the great things that Allyson just talked about, there is also a component of, if I'm interested in a job with the city, is this a good event for me to attend?
Yes, it is, definitely. So again, one of the great opportunities we have the residents have is to go around and see all the services and all the kind of careers that we have to offer with the City of Tacoma. HR will have a booth. Our Human Resources Department will have a booth where they'll be able to share with the residents what vacancies or opportunities we have at the city, and people can apply there, then and there. So.
Oh, that's fabulous. I mean, to be able to apply then and there, and to actually perhaps have some kind of help with the process.
Discussion, yeah.
And to know that you're applying the right way, not just having computer problems.
Yeah. Yep.
Which, that happens. That's wonderful. So the other piece about this, Tad, that I think is pretty fabulous is in terms of wanting to give feedback to the council and city manager about budget resources. You mentioned this is a budget year. And I remember our last budget year we went through, there was a ton of feedback. It was a crucial year. It was a cleanup year. And so when you think about how budget resources should be spent, how can I get my feedback? Is there a place for that to happen during this expo?
Yes, there is. So our Office of Management and Budget will be there. They're the staff that really helps us guide us through the budgeting process, and they communicate with us as well as the City Council. And there'll be a booth there where residents will be able to look at the city services that we provide and be able to allocate dollars, simulate allocating dollars so that we can understand where citizens value and prioritize the resources they feel that we should.
Very nice. So how do we get to the event, Allyson?
Oh, so parking is free. So
Yes!
that's one of the great things for folks to know. So if you're used to coming down to the Dome for a concert or something and always having to pay, well, this time it's free. We also encourage you to utilize public transportation. Certainly the link gets you very, very close to the Dome, and you can just walk on up the hill. And there are Pierce Transit services as well that service the Dome. So
Wonderful.
will be available.
I love that. And then how much does the event cost?
It's absolutely free too. So.
Another free, another freebie.
Absolutely, and that's why we hope that everyone wants to come on down. We really do want to get the feedback that Tad talked about, and we want to share what we do all around the city. So, yep, come on down. It's free, and it's going to be fun.
So we've talked a lot about some of the fun things that kids can do, and even big kids. So Tad, is this event, is it designed for all ages?
Yes, it definitely is. I mean, again, one of the key aspects of this event is to invite families to attend.
There we go.
A lot of the times we'll have these community meetings and not everyone is able to attend, so we want to have residents come out and feel and see and touch and be able to experience all across the board. So there's activities for kids, adults,
Teens, you name it.
Yeah, so it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for everyone.
There we go. I can't help but think this is also just an outstanding way, if you're new to Tacoma, to really understand how our city works and what a gift we have with this city. Last but not least, special performances, Tad.
Actually, I'm going to turn that over to
All right, Allyson, let's hit it.
So our fire department will be doing a couple of demos during the day, and they'll actually be using what we refer to as the jaws of life. So they'll be demonstrating for folks how after a major motor vehicle accident, they can use those to get folks out of the vehicles quickly and safely. So
nice.
That will be very fun. The Tacoma Police Department will also be bringing their bomb robot, which is a robot that they use to take care of potentially explosive devices. So they'll be demonstrating that after we...
Don't give anything more.
Okay.
Too much away. All right. So we've been showing the time, the date, and the location. I want to say thank you so much to both of you and your team for making this second year expo so fantastic. And I'll see you there.
All right.
Thank you
so much.
Forward to it.
We're going to play a little bit of musical chairs, and when we come back in this seat, we will have Donna here talking about Walk in My Shoes event. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.